ipmNation.com.
Counterpunch promo live in 3, 2, 1.
ipmNation.com.
Why is everybody whispering? There's no need to whisper. It's time to give everyone a preview of what's happening this week on IPM Nation. IPM Nation Sneak Speak, kicking around the week ahead.
Good evening once again, and welcome to IPM Nation Sneak Speak. I'm Brian Brawdy, here as always with my good friend, and just so it would have it, my good friend and boss, Matt Connarton. Matt, how are you, sir?
Oh, I'm nobody's boss.
I'm laughing to myself, brother, and I can't help it, but it finally dawned on me what it is that I dig about your open. When you do that Sneak Speak open, every time I find myself chuckling, right? Every single time. And I finally realized what it is. I finally realized what it is that starts me to laughing, and I can't stop, but it's that little thing in the very, very beginning when you go, right? You just go, like it's puzzling to you. And then you start, and you start right into the riff. So that always makes me laugh. So I'm a very simple person.
A lot of things are puzzling to me. So,
Boy,
sometimes I just, all day I'm like,
I like that. Hey, I tell you, I was in the other day, I was in a grocery store somewhere, and someone came up to me and said, I see you all the time. I'm a fan of your show. And he said, would you mind if I wrote a tagline? And I'll be damned, Matt, the tagline he wrote for the client was better than anything I've ever come up with.
Really?
Yeah. I was like, hey, can I use that? And he goes, absolutely. He goes, I never figured myself as a writer. And I said, I got to tell you, that's a great little tagline you got there. Yeah. So I go, do you mind if I use it? And he goes, no, it's yours. And I'm like, wow, what do you do for a living? Oh, I do this or that. And nothing in writing? No. I go, wow, that's a great tagline. I got to tell you, I'll be stealing that. So that's what I'm up to.
Does Lee know about this? He's going to be a little jealous.
Yeah, this guy in line at the grocery store is better than Lee and I both, I would say. Well, I better not speak for Lee. Let me just say, Lee's a really talented guy. I'm just a hack. But this guy in the grocery store line, he was like, all right, should I tell you what it is?
Yeah. Very curious.
It's a dear friend of mine invented the blender buffer. That the little tube you put over top of your blender, so that in the morning it doesn't wake up everybody in the house. It literally muffles the sound. So the guy comes up to me. Yeah, I thought so. He's a very creative guy, Paul. Very creative guy. And the guy comes up to me in the grocery store and he goes, that blender buffer? And I go, yeah. And he goes, did you write that? Shh, happens. And I go, yeah, I did. And he goes, you spell it S-H-H-H, do you? And I go, yeah, I do. And he goes, well, would you mind if I suggested a different one? I go, no, please suggest a way. He goes, blender buffer. Why make them suffer?
Oh, that's good.
I thought that was really good, right? So you're thinking, all right, why make everyone else suffer first thing in the morning? Use blender buffer.
Wow.
Why make them suffer? And I'm like, damn, that's good. I don't care what Lee says. That's good.
Yeah.
That may not be a slogan, but it's a hell of a tagline. Let me tell you that.
Yes.
All right, Matt. Yeah. So I don't want to hijack this with my lunacy. What's going on this week at ipmNation.com?
Oh, boy. Well, for once, I don't think we have any new it seems like lately we've been adding so much programming that every Sunday night I'm like, well, this week we have this new show premiering and this new show. But I don't think we have anything actually new this week.
Okay, great.
As far as shows premiering for the first time on IPM Nation, but we do have a couple shows. One of them, a spinoff of All Natural Being that has cracked the top 10. Derek Noel Fitness, who's going to be on later tonight. So congratulations to Derek.
Oh, he's cracked it. Yeah, I'm always worried about using the word cracked around me, even before the surgery, even before the first 4 surgeries. Yeah, you recorded something for me long ago, Matt, where you said he was crazy long before they found the tumor, right?
Yeah.
So whenever I hear the word crack, I think, oh, we're going to crack your skull like a peanut shell. Oh, thank you very much for that. Then they wonder why I call them the Columbus Cranium Shack. All right, but to Derek, that's great news. He cracked the top 10. Right?
Yes.
I like the it feels like he's a little kid, like you're a little kid, right? Like you're very proud of him. You're like, here's someone that, that started out as a guest on your show, and I'm very happy that he did. And now he's, I don't want to say matured, but you know what I mean, Matt. He's moved right in to doing the show himself. So God love him. I think it's great.
Yeah. He's definitely got a good following online.
Good.
And, I'm sure his show will continue to grow.
I think so, too. And I'll tell you, because whenever you have a show like that where people really want the information and he's the guy in the know, you know what I'm saying? That's something else. All right, Matt, let's take a quick call. Hold on 1 second. Good evening. Thank you for calling Sneak Speak. Who is this?
What's going on, guys? It's Rob from Rob and Slim.
Rob from Rob and Slim.
Hey, Rob.
What's going on, Matt? What's up, Brian?
What's up?
Well, I just wanted to tell you, I have 2 of my mentors on the air tonight because ever since having met Matt, I always call, Matt will say, Bri, you call the time and asking what you could do to get better. So Matt always gives me notes. But then Rob, the amount of pre-production and writing and just how funny you are and everything else, it's really great to have you both on the show at the same time. And just in case either one of you are watching a computer. Now, we don't have the pre-production budget that some of the other shows. Well, we have more of a pre-production budget here at Sneak Speak than we do at All Natural Being. But, or your show, Rob and Matt Connarton Unleashed, Rob and Slim and Matt Connarton Unleashed, unlimited production budget, as everyone listening knows. But for this show, we don't have that much. So here's the logo I have up for Rob tonight. Now, before everyone goes, oh, man, that is a beautiful graphic, I should tell you that I stole it on my iPhone right off of Rob and Slim Facebook page, and I figured out how to send it to myself and load it here into Wirecast. So how's that for production budget, huh? Now with more drizzle. now with more drizzle. I love that.
You got that one, yeah. That's the Driz. He's a superstar.
Yeah, now with more drizzle. I love it. So I'm thinking, 5 minutes before the show goes off, I'm running around going, how am I going to get this logo? And I can't call Matt and tell him, 5 minutes before you go on, do you mind downloading a logo to Dropbox? What kind of dork do I sound like? Right. So then I go, there's got to be a way for even someone with a limited intelligence like mine to figure this out. And that's it. Square off your Facebook page. Now, in the interest of full disclosure, the first one I took wasn't horizontal. It was vertical. So when I loaded it into Wirecast, it came out sideways. So I go, this is great if you happen to be lying down on a pillow on the couch watching the show sideways. This logo's built right for you, lazy slugs. But then I thought, oh, crap, I got 3 minutes left. Let me try to do it the right way. So I took a horizontal picture, emailed it back to myself. So that's my shtick for the night.
Nice.
But there's now with more drizzle, the Rob and Slim logo. See, but Matt's got a great logo. He doesn't want me taking pictures of it on Facebook, but Matt sent it. So for the next time, Rob, we'll get your picture front and center.
Nice. What's going on, man? You got diagnosed you needed to have 5th surgery, right, Brett?
Yeah, I've got, believe it or not, the doctors now think that in order to keep me from being stopped by security at a grocery store asking if I'm snuggling out a honeydew melon under my skull cap. What do you got, a pork roast in there? Do you? Is it pork roast or pot roast? I don't know what it is. You're trying to steal some prepackaged meat? Like you got a roll of bologna underneath there. Oh no, that's just the spot. Yeah, right. Wrong head. That's just the spinal fluid leak. I have going. So what happens is, thank goodness, Matt, you let me go back to mornings because by about this time at night, I start off pretty flat in the mornings, no swelling. But by the end of the day, I have a cantaloupe running around back of my head. I look like the Elephant Man from behind. So And please, all the people thinking that I just tried to what is the culturally appropriate? Isn't that the term I always love using, Matt? Culturally appropriate
Yes,
the people of the Iron Man ilk, or what is it? Not Iron Man. What's the other guy? I am not an animal. Remember? Elephant Man. Oh, well,
Elephant Man. Okay.
right, Elephant Man. Which leads me perfectly into Rob's question about the amnesia. There'll be times, guys, where I'm doing stuff and I just forget where I am. I have this cool little bracelet with my name and my wife's phone number and anything else. Because last time they found me, I was at a gas pump pumping in. I don't know what I thought I was doing, but I kept pumping in the wrong numbers when they asked for my zip code. No clue. I was like, oh, do you get cash out of this thing, do you? It's like one of those lottery ticket machines. So, yeah, Rob, I've got to go back for a fifth brain surgery here in the last 2.5 years, hopefully to be able to stop the leak. And so we're all thrilled about 5 brain surgeries in such a short period of time.
Wow, dude. And that's what we were talking about off the air. I didn't know if you wanted to talk about it. I was thinking we should do like a week-long event or something on IPM. If Matt could get like all the shows on board, we could do like Broadcast or Brian or something like that, and we could all like share the fundraiser and all that stuff.
Well, it's a good thing we know Matt Connarton.
Yeah.
Rob.
Yeah, I mean, we can, there's all kinds of possibilities, really. We can try to do whatever we want. It's the platform is adaptable to whatever.
Cool. Yeah, I definitely think we should have some sort of
Thank you, Rob.
special event or something. That'd be awesome.
Well, I'm really lucky, Rob, to tell you. A good friend of mine, Sue, started a GoFundMe campaign a couple days ago, and it's already up to like 220 shares. I don't know much about GoFundMe campaigns, but it's already trending, right? Because I'm not a very trend-worthy guy, as you both know. So it's already trending.
You're trendy.
I'm trendy. Yeah, that's it. All right. I know where you live, brother. I know where you live. I'll come find you as soon as if I make it out alive out of the 5th brain surgery. They go, oh, don't worry about it. Don't worry. You'll get through it. Yeah, don't worry. That hospital infection thing, there's no truth to that. You'll get out of this with flying colors.
My dad almost died last summer in a motorcycle accident. A deer ran out and hit the front wheel of his motorcycle. And he had to be airlifted, and he was on life support. And I did a special fundraiser show, and
cool.
We raised about $2,000 just doing that show.
Oh, cool. Well, is he okay now?
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah,
great.
Completely, 100%.
Okay, and how's your dad? I mean, the deer. Did the deer recover? Oh, okay, good.
The deer's gone.
The deer's gone? Yeah. You sold off venison, right? That's what you're saying. Yeah, we're having venison burgers. Oh, come on. It was just a joke. Your dad appreciated. No, probably not. Maybe it's too soon. I'll tell you quickly at one point, when my father-in-law passed away, everyone was real morose and everyone was all bummed, and it had been a week, and I walked up, everyone's sitting around and my mother-in-law is there, and I hand her this little card. And they're all like, oh, this could be the first time Brian says something profound. This could be good. So they all kind of lean in thinking maybe I got something smart to say. And I'd gotten her a gift certificate to Senior Mingle. Senior Mingle. And she started laughing.
Oh, wow.
She started laughing away. She started laughing right away, guys. And my wife looked forward and goes, yeah, that's just way too soon. So maybe doing venison jokes, your dad's only been out of the hospital a year, I should probably learn. But I have a brain tumor. Here's the sad thing about finally getting patched up, guys. I'm going to lose a perfect alibi.
Right.
People go, did you just do that? Maybe I did. Maybe I didn't. Holy shit, Brad, did you just say that? I don't know. Maybe I did. Maybe I didn't. So, but guys, I'm fading. They got to figure out this leak, and we've talked before about Bondo and Flex Seal, some dirt, some gum pack. I mean, Flex Seal. This nut can cut a boat in half. Flex Seal it up and drive it 60 miles an hour across the lake. And all I asked my neurosurgeon the other day is, you just couldn't come up with a golf ball-sized breast implant. I don't know much about cup sizes, but just give me a golf ball size breast implant, pack it in there, put some titanium something, and get some Bondo from the the fender shop, and just smack it around in me, and wouldn't that work? And neuroscientists, they have about as much sense of humor as everyone at my mother-in-law's sitting around when I give her the Singer Mingle logo. So they don't laugh whenever I say that. But yes, we're going back in. So Matt, if I could, what if, in taking and Rob, I can't thank you enough for just, you're like, oh no, let's do this and let's do that. So I know that you're working behind the scenes and doing some stuff. And as I said, Sue was really cool and started this GoFundMe page. And the hashtag is Brian Brain Trust. The hashtag Brian Brain Trust. And Matt, what I was wondering, because you know my love of doing these marathons. And Rob, what do you think? Like, if we did a 12-hour, or like, do we want to go from midnight? I'm sorry. Do we want to go midnight, noon to midnight, or do we want to do an 18-hour thing? And then we just have all the hosts that want to call in and be a part. We'd broadcast. It's almost like a show within a show. And we'd broadcast it to the ipmNation page. People could sit right in front of their cameras, call in. Matt on camera, Rob will be on camera. And it's like a Jerry Lewis telethon. I mean, minus the funny guy, right? And it's just me and anyone else that wants to call in. But, Matt, what if we tried to set up some kind of 12 to 18-hour marathon, and we just yuck it up the whole time? We point the signal to ipmNation, so all the advertising that we'll do to ramp up to it draws it right to ipmNation.com, and in order to get on the show, you got to be a show host.
Right. No, it's a great idea.
All right, and I know we're kind of cornering you, or I'm kind of cornering you and going, when we're doing it. So we'll talk. It's not like, just like my show, the views expressed by Brian are not necessarily the views owned by anybody else on the planet, right? So think about it, Matt, and feel free to lose my number tomorrow. And Rob, I'll probably get fired, but feel free to lose my number tomorrow. But Rob, I love you. I super appreciate it. Thank you so much. And Matt, you know how I feel about you. Thank you for going, yeah, let's do something. But I'd be up for I've done 24 hours before, a live marathon.
True. Maybe
we do a marathon. Rob's like, what kind of monster did I create? Matt, what are you thinking? Oh, if you only knew. Yeah, Matt's already toned us, Rob. Matt's already gone, sorry, I had another call. It's his show. It's his show.
Like I said, no, I think it's a great idea. I don't know, 12 or 18, or I don't know. Could do 18.
Looked 18 to me. I said looked 18 to me. Rob, what do you think?
18?
Yeah, 18? We could do that. Well, I thought 12 hours, but then there's plenty of people that want to get up early in the morning. You know what I mean? Not early, but if we went like 6 in the morning till midnight, that wouldn't be... Wait a minute, what's that? No, that's 18. That's 18. Yeah, math was the first thing to go after my taste buds. Math was the first thing to go. But that's 18 hours.
I never had that.
Yeah, me neither.
Well, I don't know if I ever told you guys this, but did I ever tell you how they found out there was a tumor? Matt, I think you know the story. Rob, I don't know if you did, but I went to get a cannoli.
Yes, I was just going to say. You couldn't taste it, right?
I couldn't taste it. Yeah, so apparently they took the taste buds are still gone. So if you all, as I've said, I think if you all have had me over for dinner, just serve like plastic fruit, right, or styrofoam packaging peanuts. I won't know.
Popcorn peanuts.
Yeah, popcorn. Exactly. I'll tell everyone, oh, this is great, spectacular. Yeah, you slaved all day. It just tastes fantastic. My wife will look at me and go, "You can't taste a thing, can you?" No, except for Johnny Walker Blue Label. I can taste that. Couldn't have left me with the nerves in my tongue. Yeah, it's got to be the blue. Couldn't have left me with the nerves in my tongue that could have been a walk-of-the-mill Seagram 7. No, the only nerves left in my tongue are for Johnny Walker Blue Label, so I got that going for me.
Well, that's something.
That's speaking of that, Rob, I tell him every time I love the Open because in the beginning of the Open you hear Matt go, Right? It's like he did right there. Matt will go, Oh, and
that
happy
was,
St. Patrick's Day, by the
That was
way.
improvised, by the way, when I recorded that.
Was it? Oh, that was an improvised one? Well, then we got the real live thing right here.
Yeah, it wasn't in the script. Yeah.
Man, I didn't know you had a teleprompter at home and at the studio. God love you, man. Things are looking up for you.
Well, because I have that unlimited budget you were talking about.
I know. You know what? But here's the thing. Here's what Rob and I do. We don't have that unlimited budget, so we have to get up every day and work and scrap and write. And well, Rob does more of the writing really than I do. I just try to plagiarize whenever possible. So for me, right, I try to borrow different things that I think are good. So that's my day. So Rob, what do you think about this 12 to 18 hour? Right? If it were like a call-in marathon and show host could have, was that what you were thinking, or am I off base, or what do you?
I didn't know if like how we usually go on IPM, like how the broadcasters usually do shows. I didn't know if you were going to have like different shows one after another, just do that kind of thing, or if you were going to like do a straight show and just like you said, have people call in and do interviews.
Well, it's up to you two. I'll do whatever you two vote on. I mean, we got 9 minutes left in this show, right? Like if you say, let's stack them up, maybe we could do that. Or if people want to call in and talk about, if they want to do a 30-minute show, maybe they do a 30-minute show stacked, but at the top until the bottom of the hour, we do an interview about their show that's coming up. You know what I mean? Like if they go, oh yeah, we'll put together a 30-minute show just for this, then we can hang out beforehand. Or Matt, you know what? You're the station manager. You're the boss. You're the honcho. What do you think is the way we should do it?
I do think we should be careful not to overcomplicate it, because if it's too complicated, people aren't gonna. They're either gonna be intimidated by it, afraid to participate, or
Right. So what you're saying is, don't make brain surgery out of it.
Right, you got enough brain
Thank you, Rob.
surgery already.
Thank you. See, I'll gong. Right, there's the gong. It's a joke as soon as somebody laughs. Okay. If I had the sound of like a Dremel saw right then, that would have been good. Let's not make brain surgery out of it.
That would have been
right,
perfect.
that would have been hysterical.
That would have been amazing.
I got to go buy a Dremel because I can't figure out how to download that sound. I don't even know if I can find it. All right, so Matt, how do we make it simple, even for a guy like me?
I mean, I like the idea of people calling in, of hosts calling in.
Okay.
I mean, that would make it. I mean, it would almost be in a way like a miniature version of the marathon that you did before.
Yes, sir.
Just shorter.
Right. And hopefully funnier.
Right. And it would be with hosts. But then then again.
Oh, thank you for the Dremel. Whoever came up with that was perfect.
Oh,
thank you.
very nice.
Got it.
You have a Dremel? Oh, my God, I knew I liked you. You have a Dremel tool? Yeah.
Just got it out.
Okay, so now let's spend the last 7 minutes doing a scavenger hunt to see what Rob can pull from his footlocker. Okay, so Matt, what are you thinking? I'm thinking Dremel. You go, Matt.
Oh, I don't have any. I'm not allowed to handle tools. I'm a klutz. I wouldn't have any fingers.
I'm with you. I'm with you. I'm with you. My wife found me out. I went over to Home Depot, and she goes, "What are you doing?" I go, "Oh, I'm over there walking around looking for tools." And the only reason I was going to Home Depot was they sell Monster there. So I could have a drink, and I could walk around the aisles, kill like 2 hours, because my wife won't let me drink Monster, right? Because people go, "Oh, that Monster will kill you." No, the brain tumor is going to kill me. I like the Monster, so I'll just stick with that. So, yeah, she goes, "Well, look, I knew you were up to something, because you can't name a power tool, let alone use one." She goes, "You're going to Home Depot?" No, you'd have been better off saying you're going anywhere else. But she goes, "I knew better. I knew you were drinking Monster." So, Dremel tool. That was great. So, Rob,
it's
seriously,
not true, though.
What? It isn't
It's
true.
not true that you can't name a power tool because you named the Dremel.
Yes.
That is true. See, it's the amnesia. It comes and goes. I got to tell you.
Right.
I don't know. I got busted once. Most guys get busted like going someplace naughty, someplace they shouldn't go. I got busted once from going when the amnesia hit. I was at a Wendy's. My wife said, "Did you go to Wendy's today?" And I go, "No." She goes, "You didn't?" And I go, "No." And I had no recollection, guys. She pulls out a receipt. She goes, "Oh, that's odd. You got a receipt here." And I go, "What?" And she goes, "In your jeans." And I go, "Yeah, it's not like the receipt says I got a bacon double with ketchup, mustard, pickled, and tomatoes, a large Diet Coke, and a large fry." And she reads it off. It goes, "Yeah, it's exactly like that. It's a bacon double with ketchup, mustard, pickled, and tomatoes." So I got popped, but I wasn't guilty. Honest to goodness, I know I said it's a great alibi, but I swear on the life of the deer that Rob's dad took, I swear that I did not know I was at a Wendy's when I got that receipt. So that's that.
Wow.
Yeah, I know. Wow, right? So, Matt, what do you think? Well, obviously, we'll have to get together offline and think about it and talk about it. But, Rob, I can't thank you enough for taking the ball and running with it and being as gracious as you have been. And I don't want to joke about it because there are people, guys, that have brain tumors that don't do nearly as well as I could do.
Yeah.
Who knows how it's going to play out, right? But I bump into people all the time that really are not as fortunate as I am. And yes, it's been an uphill battle, but I never want to make fun of it. So I most certainly appreciate how gracious both of you were. And then I will help to do anything that I can that you all are thinking, oh, let's try it this way or that way. I'm all over it. So in order to wrap, so this isn't all about me, Rob, do you want to give us an idea? What are you working on this week? Give us a minute on what you're doing, when you're coming up next, any guests that you may have, anything that you're doing, because I want to keep, in the interest of IPM Nation Sneak Speak, what do you got going on?
Oh, we got a couple. We got guests. We got Isaac Thorne. He's a horror author. He's a really cool dude.
Cool.
A guy named Sock Cop. He's a comedian. It's like a hand puppet type thing.
Cool.
He's coming on. One Star Bazaar and I Shake My Head with Sam and Lisa. They're all going to be our guests this week.
Very
We
cool.
got a brand new Too Many Rapes. It's called Finger Blasted. That's going to be good.
If I recover from this surgery, if they don't kill me on the table, could I just come sometime and hang with you for like a day as you're pre-producing? I would love to just get an idea, right, of what you go through, because that show sounds amazing, and I'm looking forward to it for sure.
Last week, we had like 3 guests cancel, so I just came up with the idea of I was making prank calls to all these different places as a record producer. And my client, the Driz, was making a song called You're Welcome. So I was getting these people who answered wherever they were to thank him. And then he would just start rapping about the most horrible things like that he helped them through. It was just really, really great.
I couldn't do that. If 3 guests canceled on me, I'd call Matt and swear there was a power outage. Right. Internet's down. Sorry. There's a power outage all over my basement. It's horrible. Yeah, the utility company's on the way. All right. Well, someday I would love to learn how you do that, Rob. Matt, how about you? What do you got going on this week? Matt Connarton Unleashed. You got a full-time gig. I know you're so in the evenings. What else you got going?
Yeah, we got a bunch of actually, I have quite a few guests this week on Matt Connarton Unleashed. And, in fact, tomorrow I've got a band coming on called the Carpet Kids. Local punk rock band from the area who are really, really good. And it's going to be a very full week on Matt Connarton Unleashed. We're live weekdays 4 to 6, and you can 4 to 6 Eastern, and you can stream it online at ipmNation.com/live1 and on the Matt Connarton Unleashed Facebook page, of course.
And you're pretty sure that Rob, as a record producer, wasn't one of the ones calling in yesterday or last week acting like he was going to be this big-time guest, right? Like you've vetted all the guests, so you know it's not going to be Rob.
Well, I'm pretty sure, although I'd love to get a call like that. I do get prank calls during the show sometimes.
Enough about Cellophane John. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, we'll talk to Rob about that some other time. All right, guys. Well, we're going to have to get ready to run. Oh, don't forget tonight in like a half hour, Derek Noel is on Counterpunch, channel ipmNation.com, channel 3, Counterpunch. Derek Noel Fitness will be on in about 30 minutes, so make sure you stay tuned and listen for that. But, Rob, I can't thank you enough. Please tell Slim and everyone we said howdy. Thank you for everything. Matt, please, the same. Tell Jenny I said howdy. And thank you so much for even thinking about this. And, for everyone that suffers from a brain tumor and and most certainly the aftermath of it. I can't thank you all both enough for thinking about me and about this and how we might pull it off. So thank you guys very much.
Well, of course, you got it. Anything.
Well, thank you. I appreciate
Definitely,
it.
guys. Definitely keep in touch, too.
Well, sounds good. We'll do. All right, brother. I'll talk to you soon. Thanks, Matt. Thanks,
All right,
Rob.
later, guys.
All right.
All right.
We're
Thanks,
out
guys.
of here. Thank you all so very much for joining us this evening. Here we go.
ipmNation.com.